In today's interconnected world, international trade powers everything, from what we wear to the food on our tables. But underneath all of this is one critical question. Do countries have enough liquidity to make global trade work? Welcome to the world of international liquidity problems, an invisible force shaping economies across the globe. So, what exactly is international liquidity? In simple terms, it refers to the ease with which countries can access internationally accepted currencies, like the US dollar, the euro, or reserve assets like gold and special drawing rights, known as SDRs. These assets help countries pay for imports, service debts, and stabilize their economies. The more liquidity a country has, the more flexible and resilient it is in the global financial system. But when this liquidity is scarce, nations can face serious economic disruptions. Now let's explore the root causes of the international liquidity problem. First, liquidity is not distributed equally. Advanced economies often hold vast reserves, while developing countries struggle to maintain enough for essential imports or loan repayments. Second, the global system heavily depends on the US dollar. This creates vulnerability. When US interest rates rise, borrowing becomes more expensive for everyone. A dollar shortage can spark crises across the globe. Third, there's limited flexibility in times of global shock. Institutions like the IMF can't always respond fast or big enough to sudden disruptions like financial meltdowns or pandemics. History has shown us just how fragile international liquidity can be. Take the 2008 global financial crisis. As US credit markets froze, the ripple effect left developing nations scrambling for dollars. Or the COVID-19 pandemic, when global supply chains collapsed and countries hoarded reserves, widening the liquidity gap. In both cases, we saw how the lack of a flexible and fair global system left many nations vulnerable, with no safety net to cushion the impact. So, how do we fix the problem of international liquidity? One approach is diversifying global reserves. Instead of relying almost entirely on the US dollar, countries can hold a basket of currencies like the euro, yen, and Chinese yuan. Another solution is expanding special drawing rights, SDRs, a type of international currency issued by the IMF. Increasing SDR allocations gives countries a cushion in tough times. Lastly, experts are exploring the idea of a global digital currency, supported by blockchain technology. This could reduce reliance on any one national currency and create a more resilient financial system. International liquidity may seem like a distant technical concept, but it affects everything from global trade to the prices we pay at home. Solving this issue requires cooperation, innovation, and a commitment to fairness in the global financial system. The more prepared the world is, the less vulnerable we'll all be when the next crisis hits. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Insight 360 for more deep dives into the global economy.